This is your announcer, Shannon Saint Mainframe, welcoming you to our IPA Livecast. Disgraced competitive eater Joey Chestnut celebrated the 4th of July by defeating 4 U.S. Army soldiers in a hot dog eating contest. Another tragic defeat for our once proud Army. And a despicable lack of patriotism from Mr. Chestnut. I guess we only support the troops when it's convenient for us, huh Joey? Our IPA Livecast starts now.
Wow. Harsh words from Shannon Saint Mainframe. To start this Independence Weekend edition. Everybody feeling very independent this weekend. It's Rob, here with Sid.
Hello.
And 3D Darren is here. Welcome to RIP Livecast. We're live every Saturday, 11-ish Eastern in the morning for your mid-afternoon drive, late morning, early afternoon drive.
There's nothing mid about the afternoon when we're on the air.
That's true.
There's nothing mid about this show. Mid-afternoons with the Livecast.
Yeah.
Música.
Oh no.
Galat.
Oh my god, I wonder how they're doing
Yeah.
at that station.
Yeah. That's wow. That's a thought I haven't had. I'm sure everything's totally normal in that station.
Just playing the hits.
Musica is still playing.
Música to help kill Palestinians by Galats.
It's just Disturbed on a loop. Every song.
The only band that has not deserted us because of our politics.
So, welcome to RIP Livecast. I want to mention, we have a very special guest in the waiting room. I don't want to keep him waiting too long. We have a lot to talk about on the show, as we've teased already, and plenty more. But first, last week on the show, we played a video of a metalhead proposing to his girlfriend while Break Stuff from Limp Bizkit was blasting in the background. They were performing live at a festival. We now learned it's a Download Festival. And we posted this clip on our social media, on our Twitter, which is RIP Livecast. That's the handle. And the man in the video reached out to us.
Fred Durst?
He actually was not even in the video, Sid. You saw the video.
His voice was.
Don't be ridiculous.
We interviewed him already.
We did. We have had.
This is
He's been on the show.
This is
before.
much more of a scoop.
Yes, that's true.
No. Please welcome to the show. We have Mitch. Hello, Mitch. Welcome.
Hello.
To the show.
Thanks for having me.
Mitch, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from southwest England, down south, Farmville, basically, in the UK. It's farm and cider, or hard cider, I guess you would say. That's pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you more on the farm end or the cider end?
Definitely more on the cider end. Definitely.
Awesome. Well, that was a very sweet video, and it just raised more questions than answers, because we were watching this video and are they Limp Bizkit fans? They did, because to me, if I was going to propose to somebody, I would not do it during the band that was playing that I was there to see. I would wait till they were done and propose during a band they didn't give a shit about. So what were your feelings about Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, give us a recap of the scenario from your POV.
So it was hard because I've been planning the proposal for about 6 months. I knew I wanted to do it with all of our friends because there was 9 of us that went. So it's quite a big group of us, and trying to get everyone kind of in the same place at a festival is a bit like herding cats, especially when, you want to see different bands. Everyone drinks too much and then you can't find them. The signal's really bad. So I had each day I basically took the ring with me and then had a set amount of bands that I could do it to that both mean something to me and T, my fiance. And then it was the last day and it had been raining, the weather was awful, so it was never really all people were missing and there wasn't really a good time. And then literally last day of the festival, Limp Bizkit were playing. Me and T both I I'm a big Limp Bizkit fan. I don't only listen to Limp Bizkit, which I think a lot of people on the internet think that, live laugh Limp Bizkit is the term. I think I don't only listen to them. I love them. They're pretty important in like forming my music taste when I was younger. So same with T. So it was just like all our friends were there. It wasn't raining. It was sunny. Still muddy, of course. And I was like, right, this is the right time. This is it. This is the one. And
once that break stuff riff kicked in, you were like, "This."
Yeah, do you know what? I didn't even hear the riff. I just had this high pitch ringing in my ear and my heartbeat. So I wasn't.
That's fair. That's fair.
It was more of if I don't do it now, I think I'm going to pass out.
You should get that checked. I mean, that's don't get me wrong. It could be love.
Yeah,
just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't tell me that being in a relationship makes you lose your hearing. So, you know what I mean?
Could be love, could be tinnitus.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was the last day of the festival with no earplugs, so it could have been a bit of both. I think. Yeah, a bit of both.
How old of a guy are you?
I'm 31.
31, so I would say you're on the younger side of the Limp Bizkit fan.
Yeah.
How did you come to be a Limp Bizkit fan?
It's probably like through my godfather. He was like the metal influence in my life. So he got me onto like System of a Down, Nirvana. He used to burn me like tapes on a cassette player that I used to take like with me everywhere. And Limp Bizkit was one of the sides to the tape. So I think it was Toxicity by System of a Down on one side, and then it was like just a medley of Limp Bizkit on the other. So it's pretty much that. Yeah, since I've always really liked them.
I'm sorry. I don't know if you know this. Rob, when he was a younger man, it was a huge Limp Bizkit fan.
Yeah, nice. Absolutely.
Blue jeans with the patches, blue jeans with the flames on the bottom and stuff like that.
My parents would not be I was absolutely warned those. My parents would not buy me them, and I did not have cash of my own. I was able to wear like very, very, very wide black Jenkos.
Nice.
Like probably they're like 5XL. Now that I just remember they were so ridiculous.
Yeah, not joking. That was Rob's trademark for a while.
Like metal flares, basically, aren't they? They're like metal flares for metalheads.
Limp Bizkit was like the first band, or I guess Korn probably, but they were like the first two bands that like I got into just completely on my own without any external influence, and so I have a very special place in my heart for both of them. So I share your sentiment.
Me too now. Me too, especially now.
And I was shamed by people growing up like Sid and less so Darren. And it's but it really it touches my heart that the mixtape you had was Toxicity on one end and Limp Bizkit on the other, because when Toxicity came out, I am not exaggerating. Like, this is as literal as I could possibly be. It was the only thing I listened to for 6 months straight, college, from college, on loop. That's all. It was so good. I know every second of that album. So
I will admit to being to liking the hits of Limp Bizkit. Like I would never in the Rob extreme end of being a Limp Bizkit fan, but they were catchy. I would say I never dove deep into their catalog.
Yeah, I think
I'm a pretty shitty fan though. I checked out after hot dog flavored water, basically, and even that was hit and miss for me.
Because there seems to be a bit of I don't know, from all the comments on the videos and stuff. Over your side of the pond, there's like a stigma around Limp Bizkit, I think, and I've never known that. I've never really spoken to any of my American friends about Limp Bizkit. It's not really been a topic of conversation, but I saw like some of the comments, and I was like, what does it mean? I was like, I don't live in a trailer. It'd be a sweet life, don't get me wrong. But then I looked into it, and then it was just the stigma around the band's really strange to me. Is because we don't have that this side at all. It's just if you're a Limp Bizkit fan, you like nu metal. There's no extra connotations behind it.
Well, I feel like nu metal was very much rejected by the more traditionalists at the time. I feel, and now it's much more celebrated. The cranks have been aged out of it.
The genre, yeah.
But I remember at the time, a lot of people gave me shit for, which is funny because it's like Limp Bizkit was one of the most popular bands in the world, but in my little corner of the universe, I was in the minority that liked them.
Yeah, it's just strange. It's just it's just something that I learned just from the comments. I was like, what? Yeah, I was just like, cool. But like that was like a very small percentage of them, which was nice. It's been like 99% just positivity, which has been really, really, really nice. Actually, it's been good.
Has anyone from the band reached out since this happened?
No, they haven't. I haven't messaged them either. I was like, if they do reach out, I want it to like, I hope they do because that'd be awesome. But I think there was Wes, the guitarist. He I think his face. It's either I haven't figured out if it's actually him that liked some comments on a post because I think it was a Spanish radio station picked it up. I think it's Oro 98.2 FM or something, and he was like on there liking the stuff. So I don't know if they're aware. I don't know if they're aware about it, but hopefully.
How do you and the missus feel about the mild viral fame you're experiencing?
It's a bit trippy. It's a bit of a trip. I'm not gonna lie. She's been happy about the majority of it. She was a bit shocked that so many people had seen her cry. I think that was her main focus. In Pit Vipers as well. She was like, "You see me in Pit, like millions of people have seen me on Pit Vipers and Wellies," and she was a bit shocked by it. For me, it's just been really nice actually. Like reading all the comments, everyone's been, most people have been really, really nice about it. So it's been just made it that extra little bit special. And it got retweeted by Trixie Mattel.
That's awesome.
So that we absolutely noticed that.
I know you saw it. I watched it. Yeah. So Trixie actually posted it, and my T screamed. She literally was like, "Oh my god!" running around. She was like, "You gotta see this!" Because one of her friends like sent it to a screenshot, being like, "Trixie's noticed it," and she was over the moon, and she was like, "That's it! I've made it! That's me!"
I can't imagine many people have a Trixie Mattel tattoo. So
I don't
would take notice.
Yeah, it was good, and all the comments on there were really positive, as expected from Trixie fans as well. Like it was just, it's been really humbling and wholesome at the same time. It's really nice.
Do you two watch Drag Race together?
We did actually over lockdown, because we've been together for 5 years in November, so we've been together. We did all a lockdown together. We did the binge. She's been a big fan for a long time, obviously with the Trixie tat and stuff, and I'd not really had much exposure to it, but then T kind of showed it to me, and I was a bit hooked. I got very invested pretty quickly. I don't have a Trixie tattoo though at the minute, so
no. Understood. Who are some of the drag queens that stand out to you?
Oh no, you're putting me on the spot now. I don't. You're gonna get me looking them up. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Okay, if someone comes to you, you could blurt it out in the middle of an answer. But
I'll say I don't know if you've gone back and watched like older seasons, but for me, my wife, Rob, also my wife, were into the show, and I was very resistant to it at first. And then Rob, was it season 4, the one with Sharon, or 3?
Yep. 4.
Season 4 was the one. Sharon Needles was like the first like super punk rock drag queen that I noticed on that show, and that's what hooked me. This is when I found Sharon Needles. I don't know that she's that punk rock anymore, but at that point,
she's a little canceled now, I think.
Yeah. Well, life comes at you fast. But at that point, she was very punk rock and very like low budget, and got bullied by the other queens on the show, and I just very much identified with her, and that was the one that really got me into the show. Mm-hmm.
So how did you and T meet?
We actually kind of grew up in the same area, and we met years and years ago, talking like maybe 14 years ago.
Wow.
Something like that. 10 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. Because just friends of mutual friends. We come from quite a small town, so it's kind of everyone knows everyone, especially in like the alternative scene. We grew up when there wasn't really that many alternative people. So yeah, we kind of everyone was like one big group. I moved away for a few years, and then bumped into her just on a random night out in a pub, and just got reconnected from there, basically. Went on a date, both very nervous, both didn't think it would ever happen. It was really strange, and yeah, 5 years later we're engaged, and I'm talking to you guys, so it's it's been a pretty weird and wonderful ride.
That's clearly the best part of this.
Yeah, that's it. Icing on the cake for that one.
So with how viral your proposal went, how do you top that with your actual wedding ceremony? Have you started giving thought to what that's going to be?
Yeah, we've not. We're thinking might just do it on stage at Download Next Gen. No, I'm joking.
I mean, they should. They
No,
should
yeah,
for all
we
the
have to do. We
publicity
have to
around
do
it.
something. I think it's. We've had a lot of suggestions about people being like break stuff being our first dance. Like a lot of our friends are metalheads. Our families are quite like welcoming and like what you call it, accepting of like the metal community and stuff. So I don't. Yeah, there'll be something in the works. There'll be something we've not really spoken about. We're planning an engagement party at the minute, so doing like a mini tester for all our friends and families, and then once that's out of the way with, it will be wedding talk. But I don't know. I feel like break stuff has to be in there, right? It has to.
Yeah, I was
some
going to ask
way.
what
Like,
Limp Bizkit song would be your first dance. It obviously doesn't have to be break stuff.
No.
Does Limp Bizkit have a power ballad?
Well, I hope you don't say Behind Blue Eyes.
No,
because I feel like I hate that so much.
So many people commented being like, "Behind Blue Eyes would be so beautiful." I'm like, have you
No!
listened to the song? Have you?
Yeah,
It would be
it's so bad.
depressing.
Yeah.
We'd both be crying for very different reasons if that's.
And it's also against the ethos of what Limp Bizkit is. I feel like also, right?
Because it was a Who song originally, wasn't it? It was the Who. Yeah.
Like if you want to get married to Limp Bizkit, you don't pick that. Like there's so many more representative songs.
It should just be Nookie.
Yeah, Nikki, or or just like this, one of the old.
That's so funny. Like I was thinking just like this, but I'm like, I know it's gonna get the reference.
You're talking to a real Limp Bizkit fan.
Yeah.
That's a party song.
It'll be. I'm not sure because obviously the viralness wasn't aimed for. Wasn't anything that we. It's not something you can pre-plan. Do you know what I mean?
That one song with Jonathan Davis and Scott Weiland that both Jonathan Davis and Scott Weiland are so embarrassed about. Well, now Scott Weiland is beyond embarrassed, but because he's in the beyond. But no. Anyway. Mitch, congratulations and thank you for taking some time.
No, thank you very much for having me. Have a great Independence weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys.
And, congratulations to you and the missus. Please send our regards. Maybe
she's probably watching while she's tattooing.
Oh, nice.
She's probably watching while she's tattooing someone, and by proxy, her customers probably being forced to watch as well. So.
Hello, T.
So but no, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And
an absolute pleasure, and all the best. Thank you for joining.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day.
All right, that
Sweetheart.
was Mitch,
Nice guy
from across the pond.
Hopefully, he has a better future than the last Mitch we had on the Livecast.
Oh, stop!
I hope he has a better future than that's. Why would I stop?
Will you stop? Will you stop?
No. Eventually.
Don't get on a motorcycle, Mitch.
Yeah, please. Tooling around the countryside without a helmet. Don't do it.
It's not worth it.
No.
Lovely countryside in Britain. Take a bus.
Yeah. Or like ride a sheep.
Yeah.
Or ride a chic.
Excuse me?
I don't know.
Tito Santana, he tried to ride me. I said, no, you never ride me.
You mentioned it, Sid, at the top, or you didn't mention it, Sid.
What?
Shannon mentioned at the top of the show that Joey Chestnut, even though he was kicked out of the Nathan's hot dog eating competition, he would not let that stop him from scarfing down a bunch of glizzies on the 4th.
Now, I admit I had a very busy weekend and I did not follow the hot dog eating competition. So this is news to me. What happened?
And also, I did see that whoever the winner of the Nathan's hot dog eating contest is a false idol. I'm searching for Nathan's hot dog and I just wrote hot DAWG. That's just how my brain is warped.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No, whoever the winner was ate like something like, I don't know. I want to say
50 something?
Yeah, 58 hot dogs. And the lowest Joey Chestnut has eaten in the last 10 years was like 63, 64.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, Nobody was going to come close to that.
False champ.
That actually doesn't seem that bad when you said the numbers. I thought it was going to be like 20 less or something.
Yeah.
Seems
the
like
field's wide open now, Rob.
Yes.
Right. Deuterino asks, how did the slang term for hot dog become a glizzy? I have no idea. It's just so ridiculous to me that when I found out that that's what it meant.
It's not a good name for a hot dog.
I absolutely agree. It sounds way too sexual.
It's also like, you know how certain words have like a meaning that is conveyed by the sounds that they produce. And like that to me, I just think of liquid. I think of like fluid things. I don't think of a nice meaty hot dog that you stuff.
But wasn't glizzy originally a slang term for a gun? And then people just started calling hot dogs that because they're a similar shape?
That's worse to call it.
I think that's what it is.
That is correct. That is correct, Sydney. You've nailed it.
Thank you.
You understand the urbans, the youths of America.
I still don't understand that after it's been said. I think
it's weird.
Yeah. But so I didn't realize this. So Joey Jaws Chestnut, who excuse my burping. We just did a Patreon video about him, right? Or what do we just? Or was this on the main show?
On the main show.
It was on the main show. Okay.
Joey.
Yeah, we talked about him.
That dude wipes video that he did where he's pondering his toilet bowl.
So, like 2 days after, as I've mentioned, I like to swim in the mornings, and I go to Coney Island, which is the location of the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. There is a giant billboard in Coney Island with Joey with half a hot dog down his mouth and like a plate of hot dogs. And it's like, when I'm eating hot dogs, I wash it down with a Pepsi. He has a Pepsi endorsement. I can't believe it.
Even though he's not in the contest, they still bothered to.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it says like Joey Chestnut, champion competitive eater or something like that. And it's massive. And then I saw another one somewhere else. Oh, actually across the street from the hot dog eating contest, there was an ad. So it's like he's purposely Pepsi's purposely co-opting his fame by pushing Nathan's out and not giving them a share of the pie. Because I don't even think Nathan's carries a Coke brand, right? I
don't know. I'm not sure. But honestly, if he was banned because he got with a plant-based hot dog company, then shouldn't they have been the ones to get the ad across the street from Nathan's and like fully just troll the whole thing?
Oh, that would have been the cool move. This is the exact ad. It's crazy how huge it is.
It's a billboard, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably already gone. It looks like one of them temporary ones.
I mean, he's
no, it's still there. I was there a week ago. Yeah.
He's unironically a very, very well-known guy. I mean, it's ridiculous that he is that, but he is.
Quick aside, I've never hated a piece of graffiti more than this Kestgak.
Yeah. See that
Best Buy parody.
Yeah, what is it? I see that all over the place. I don't get it.
It's like a dude's tag.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. And
I thought it was an actual sticker.
This guy, it is.
Yeah, it is.
He just bought a million stickers and put them all over the city.
Well, it's not exactly graffiti then.
It's the same idea. But it started as there's graffiti versions. Yeah, it's bombing. Yeah,
I didn't know if it was like a band or something that I just never heard of, but I see those all over the place. Yeah.
He's the only one of these people that I think should be arrested and locked up. Just because I'm so annoyed.
Wasn't Gak the stuff that they used to dump on you on the Nickelodeon, the liquid
slime?
Yeah, I thought
there's also a Gak.
Well, Gak was something else.
There's similar. I think probably like the off.
I thought it was cocaine, but that's yak.
I didn't. I guess I don't know I'm not familiar with the Nickelodeon cinematic universe. Different types of liquids.
But yeah, so let me just. I'm so curious. So he couldn't keep the hot dogs away from his mouth. And so
the basis of this competition, let me just give you a little background. He went to Fort Bliss, which is in El Paso, and it's him versus 4 soldiers. And it's not like the soldiers are combined. So the contest was, can he eat more than these 4 dudes combined can eat?
Oh wow. Okay.
That's what Fort Bliss became Fort Glizz.
Oh yeah.
Now, so he's saying he's better than the entire U.S. Army put together. That doesn't seem very patriotic.
Oh, and there's a pizza eating contest. This is so stupid. Why don't these fucking patriots feed the homeless or some shit as opposed to stuffing this food down their throat? Like,
well,
this is
I
so
mean,
ridiculous.
Rob, be fair. These are American soldiers. They're probably months away from being homeless.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're just getting out in front of it.
We're pre-feeding the homeless.
Yeah, exactly right. Then, if it's Nathan's hot dogs, they could just stack the boxes up and they could live in a fort made out of hot dog boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Or if the U.S. government won't pay for a coffin after they get shot, you can just live in the pizza box, put them in the pizza box.
So you can already see Joey and the 4 dudes. I like that the 4 guys are almost in Russian nesting doll order.
Wow.
But already seems like an unfair contest in Joey's advantage. I think.
They're not touching his Glizz.
Yeah. So let's tune in for a second here and see what's going on.
As it goes, you are welcome.
Is that RFK Jr.
Like
on the mic?
right here. This is very, very nice.
Looks like him.
Proper up
Love
front.
the jacket. Love the shirt.
Said they're not eating real dogs.
Damn it.
Let him hear you.
He almost booked the flight and then he read the fine print. I was like, no.
Let's start the clock.
Little kid dressed as a hot dog.
We are counting down.
We got to find the real killer.
And counting. Keep in mind, 10 dogs on each tray. They got to get through them all. If there's any left in their mouth at the end of the competition, they have about 30 seconds to ingest that.
I'm
or they
blown
don't
away
count.
by Chestnut's
We are
jaw.
inside.
Look at how
It's
serious he
seconds
looks.
to
I
go.
know.
Let's count it down.
Well, this
Shall
is
we?
his life.
This is art. This is his art.
5, 4,
Everyone else in this competition
3,
is doing this as a goof, and this is his
1.
life.
Let's go.
The best would have been if after winning he took his shirt off and there was a North Korean flag T-shirt underneath.
It's so funny how
right into
completely calm
fray,
he is.
if you will.
Can you turn the? I don't care about this announcer. Can you turn the sound down?
Yeah. It's so funny how just calm he is. He has his routine. He has his hand technique. Like, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, he separates the dogs from the buns so he can wet the buns. Eat them. I think that's shit. You should be. You have to eat both at the same time. I guess it falls apart, but I don't know. I don't like.
It's
water
ruined the
dipping-
fun of the game. The hot dog
yeah.
analytics have ruined. You got to get these accountants out of the hot dog contest.
Hot
Could
dog
not agree with you
sabermetrics.
more.
Yeah.
Could not agree with you more. I think the dipping in the water ruined the game.
Sid,
Ruined the
it's
spirit
called-
of the game.
It's called subret metrics.
1 minute in,
Now, why? This
Oh
is
my
like
God.
if like 4 random guys from a bar went against Michael Jordan in like in a foul shooting competition or
Or
something.
like in a dunk contest, if you could just put your buddy up on your shoulders and
Yeah.
see if that's a better dunk.
But it's the same level of intensity that would be on Michael Jordan's face during that ridiculous thing.
Just autopilot, and I could still win.
And he's still stuffing his face. Like this is still body torture. By the way, I didn't realize there is a charity thing to this. Every hot dog is $1,000 donated to Operation Homefront.
Is that just
by
the hot
Impossible.
dogs he eats or combined hot dogs?
Good question. I don't know. Oh, I guess combined? Because look, they have a counter.
What is the
22
charity?
versus 24.
Must be something veteran related. Right?
Operation
Operation
Homefront.
Probably to get veterans homes. The ones that are homeless from the pizza contest.
So imagine what you said earlier. Imagine he does have the North Korea shrine. He's like, I'm not eating any hot dogs.
Just stands there for 5 minutes humming the North Korean anthem.
I'm literally killing soldiers right now.
It's a very specific. If you've been watching
Amazing
this,
heel turn.
Very,
That's what
scientific how he
the
does it.
competitive eating is missing. Is like the
It's the 2 dogs,
WWE
the 2
style
butts, the 2
storylines.
dogs, the
Yeah,
2 butts,
or
the
even
2
MMA guys like talking
We are
shit.
halfway home right
You
now.
know,
Yeah.
like one of those
Well,
dudes.
yeah, that's totally wrestling. Yeah, the MMA.
Conor McGregor.
I love that he has. I just realized that Jaws thing is like his logo.
Oh yeah,
He has his own, branding.
What did you think?
Unreal.
Isn't that what he got fired for promoting?
Yeah, I guess so.
These guys are just whatever. They're dogging it.
He's got 36. He's got 37. He's now on 38.
I did see a viral. Well, whatever. I'm over this. Or do we want to see how it ends?
No, he won. What do you? Spoiler alert. Yes.
Can you imagine if he lost?
Jeez.
He won by 8.
And ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, what a scene. So this is the most disgusting fucking quote unquote sport.
Yeah.
More than like slap fighting.
Yeah, oh, that's true.
Well,
this is the most nauseating.
Right. This is okay. I don't know. Slap fighting is pretty nauseating. But,
At least slap fighting, it's probably much shorter. Like a match is probably like 90 seconds, where this could be up to 10 minutes.
I do think.
Go ahead.
I do think it's fair to say this is a sport, though. I mean, I'm sorry, it's disgusting and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it is an athletic competition with your body.
Yeah.
Right. I guess this is less bad than slap fighting because here you are in control of the torture you put your body through.
Yeah, you're only harming yourself.
Yeah, exactly. In slap fighting, you are being harmed and you are not allowed to defend yourself from the harm. You just have to take it's the dumbest fucking thing.
But also you're agreeing to those rules, so in that way you're doing it to yourself. You're just asking someone else to do it.
To me, there's just no technique, like how do you brace your jaw?
You just do David D. Rainman. What was that, Rob?
There's no technique.
I don't know. I've heard people say that there is technique to taking those shots and to also slapping people as hard as possible and all that stuff. Like, it's just horrible. I don't endorse it. There is something to it.
No, I'm sure there's a technique to properly slap someone to knock them out. But how do you avoid being knocked out if you get hit on the button? You can't, brace like there's you can have all the technique in the world, huh?
Having a strong draw, angling.
I think this is a great idea for our next Patreon episode. Is just slap boxing.
Okay. I'll do it.
I'll film it. I'll film it. You guys go.
Oh, listen to this.
First off, what a cheap championship belt here.
Is that his that he brought, or did they make that for him? Do you think?
That's terrible. The font is just offending me.
What does it say? Pro Sports MVP.
Oh, they didn't even alter it. They just got it from. It just came like that.
Chestnut. Yeah. Let's hear this post-win interview.
Oh God.
It wasn't too bad. I was going to say not too bad. This is fairly controlled for one of your eating competitions.
Yeah, it was. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
He's so gassed out.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
He's like, well, I'm bloated, bro.
I feel like a pig.
Oh, I just shit myself. Sorry.
I just dropped a load in my pants. Just dropped a big load.
This is where the Army dudes get revenge on him because they keep him on the stage for 45 minutes and he can't use the
they lock all the porta potties. He's fucked.
He just got sent to active duty in Ukraine, I heard. They need bodies.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I was hustling at the beginning. I slowed down a little bit for a second. I thought I might be able to hit 60, but reality, dude, you guys pushed me hard. Thank you so much.
His jaw is so strong that look, like his sweat falls from behind his jaw. Like the jaw clings onto the sweat. That's insane.
I was going to say we were trying to remember back in the most that you've eaten in the first 5 minutes, and that is more than you ever have.
Oh yeah, I think the most I've ever done in 5 minutes, even in practice, is 55. So they were pushing me, and I wasn't holding back.
Now there's no way to predict certain things, because of time in the extra 5 minutes. Things start to slow down in that second 5 minutes. If you had 10 minutes today, where could you have gone?
Oh, the if game is it's a weird game, but I was on record pace, but eventually I'll make a new record anyways. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's exactly the way to look at it.
What?
This can't be sanctioned. Nothing he does in this contest could be a record.
Yeah, that wouldn't have counted.
Get out of here, Joey.
Outstanding. Now, I wanted to run through a couple of questions because
okay, good. This
many were gracious, went online, and you said if we had an opportunity to ask Joey a question,
Thank
we
God.
wanted to do that. So I want to start with Mia
He
Sanchez.
sounds like
If
he
you are
just
out there, I
ran-
hope Mia's
did a-
out there somewhere.
I'll say later. He sounds like he just did a 60-man Ironman match with the 60-minute Ironman match with Bret Hart.
Seriously. If he wanted us to be
Mia-
impressed afterwards, they should have taken him out back and waterboarded him with French's mustard. Something like that. Come on.
I wanted to know how or what do you do to practice to eat so much, and do you use food for that practice or liquid?
Deep throat, lots of cock.
Hey now.
Don't ask, don't tell,
Eaters
Dan.
have to fight. Eaters have to eat.
Not in
So,
North
but
Korea.
I can't eat like this every day. So I do like a cycle where before every
A
practice,
cycle.
there's a cleanse, there's a practice, then there's a recovery period where I'm eating super high fiber and clean. And then I get back down to my normal weight. And then I have one day of normal eating. Then I go back into cleanse mode and do it again. So every time I do a practice, I try to build my tolerance a little
All
bit.
right, I don't care that much.
Is it worth it, like, to do all that shit for just to be a hot dog guy?
I mean, for the one guy that gets to be as famous as Joey Chestnut, it's worth it. For all these other dipshits that show up, not so much, I would say.
Now, that is true. And what I said before with the billboard, I mean, he is very famous for doing this, but does it have any tangible, like, how much money can he really be making from this? You know?
I mean, obviously he does other contests throughout the
Yeah.
year. Like he's the champion at like a bunch of different random things. Let's see what Joey Chestnut's net worth is.
Yeah, and he has this fucking dumb T-shirts and all that, but that can't be that much. I don't know. It just doesn't seem that lucrative. Like, I'm sure he might be able to live off of only this. I don't doubt that, but
According to Celebrity Net Worth, his net worth is $3 million. His salary is $500,000.
what? Yearly he makes $500,000 doing this?
I mean, he's got these, brand
The
sponsorships
endorsements,
now
yeah.
and shit. Though if he's banned from Nathan's going forward, maybe that goes down. Though,
Yeah.
how much is Netflix paying him and Kobayashi for this special in September?
But that's a one-time gig. It's like I don't see that sustaining your livelihood. I mean, I could, like I said in the beginning, I could see him making, like, living only on this, but to be worth $3 million and make $500,000 a year seems.
Well, but honestly, to be worth $3 million after like doing this over 10 years, is that really like that impressive?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a good point. But $500,000 a year,
not to take away anything from a thrice over millionaire, but
right? We're
you
talking
know.
about, is he a mega, like a living comfortably off of this?
right.
I
which
mean, I
think he
can't
is.
have to imagine he's rarely comfortable.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I can't imagine this lifestyle is in any way comfortable.
Right. The reason I started saying that is because, like, to torture your body in this way, is it worth $3 million? I don't know. I don't know that I'd be able to do that.
Mhm.
That's more impressive than just eating the hot dog.
Yeah.
Doing all the cleanse shit. Although I don't want to watch that either.
Oh my God, no.
In trying to Google his worth or how much this Pepsi ad was paying him, I see now that part of this campaign with Pepsi is that they're introducing a new condiment called Cola Chup. Cola
Oh,
ketchup.
come
No,
on
no,
with this
no.
stuff already. Everything is with
no.
chup at the end of it.
This has to be fake, right? Come on.
No,
What?
It's real. It was so the campaign is everything is better with Pepsi, and then this more citrus flavored ketchup, or citrus flavored barbecue sauce is kind of. It's a mix of citrus barbecue and ketchup. It don't
fucking match.
It was available on July 4th at Chase Field in Phoenix, Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, Target Field in Minneapolis, and the park.
So it's not like on the market. It was just like a little one-off promotional item.
Yeah, although I could see them maybe doing something.
I mean, that sounds less disgusting than some other like fucking popcorn flavored ice cream and shit like that, or ranch ice cream that I've seen, or fucking
I saw
cheese
French fried
tostada.
flavored ice cream. Like, get out of here.
Yeah. I mean, ketchup is already fairly sweet. And people cook with like beer and root beer and soda and stuff. So I could see
Yeah.
it not being horrible. I don't think it's something I'd actually want to have regularly, but it
I've
seems
had
a
some
little
pulled
bit more
pork
reasonable.
cooked with root beer. It
Who?
tasted very good. Pulled pork cooked with a little root beer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ugh.
Mayo chip. Quickman comment says mayo chip also exists. Yes, it's in my refrigerator right now. My wife loves that shit, and it looks fucking gross. And I never ever use it, but my wife is a big fan of mayo chip.
I like doing a sriracha and mayo. I like a little sriracha mayo. That's fun. It
don't fucking match.
Yeah,
it matches.
I like the Nando's. Nando's is my go-to spicy mayo. Delicious.
I don't think I've had that.
Available in fine supermarkets everywhere.
Promo code 3D gets you nothing off.
Not a paid endorsement. Just love it.
Yet.
I'll take it.
Just like Mitch is open to Limp Bizkit reaching out, you're open to Nando's reaching out.
Yeah, Rob, why don't you go on your contacts and see if Fred wants to talk to Mitch. He's searching now.
Fred Durst?
Yeah. What other Fred is in Limp Bizkit?
He changed his number.
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh, did he really?
Well, no, I think his phone number just got disconnected. That's why they're touring, so he could pay his phone bill.
You sure he didn't change his number after that interview we did with him?
Oh, yeah. Probably did. That was a good time.
Yeah.
For
us, not for him.
Yeah. No, he sounded like very near rock bottom at that point.
I'll have to go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
I don't remember him sounding rock bottom. Because I'm sure you're right, but my recollection was he was just really fucking annoyed with us.
Yeah. He was ready for the inevitable jokes.
Oh,
and it seemed like he was on a defensive footing the whole time.
That I remember.
And then I asked him how he responds to being the Guy Fieri of hard rock. Gave him exactly what he was expecting.
A lot of people are saying that you're the Guy Fieri of hard rock.
Yeah, El Duderito says he sounded defeated. That's exactly right.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's perfectly ringing with what my conceptualization of it.
That's nice that we could give that to him.
Mitch would be very upset if he heard that.
No. His Fred's doing better now. It's a comeback story.
Isn't that sweet? No, it's not.
I wanted to play this clip. We have a few stories with friends of the show and not so friends of the show, but back in the day, of course, we had a lot of fun with the Agnostic Front documentary. We actually interviewed the director of the film.
That's right.
It's a great film, and there was a lot of viral moments in the film, and we fell in love with Vinny Stigma and his love of the old New York. And if you still have a love for Vinny like we do, my friends at Hard Lore have like a whole 1 hour and 45-minute walk around interview with Vinny Stigma walking around the Lower East Side and
of Manhattan.
Landmarks and stuff of Manhattan. Yeah. And like they spend 15 minutes in his childhood church and he gives all these stories about being a church boy. Nothing scandalous, but so, I don't want to play too much of this thing. Go watch that. But there was one part in particular that I wanted to highlight here on the show. This is him hanging out with the hosts, and that's here it is.
And that's Mike Tyson was in on the race. Yeah, I know he's big.
Hold on, let me get back. Okay, here we go.
The 3 non-smokers, so we got no idea.
But we understand. It's just not smoking. It's good for your health. But I hang out here all the time. In this building, in the back of this building, you ever watch Mean Streets? Of course. Yeah. Okay, you know the lady that came out the window?
Oh, wow.
Swaggy Annie. She lived right in here. And she done that to me 1,000,000 times.
She was just an actress, and she wasn't an actress?
She was just a lady from the neighborhood.
That's awesome. Wow.
You know what I mean? It was my friend Sally's mother. And Sullivan, he also had a pigeon coop on this roof. I had coop. He had a pigeon. I had a pigeon coop by my roof, and across the street there was another pigeon coop.
Did you raise them?
Yeah, I still have pigeons.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah. I entered my pigeon Rocky in last year's 4th of July liberation in Pennsylvania. He came in about 15 at about 700.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Mike Tyson was in on the race.
Yeah, I know he's big on pigeons. I remember
a lot of pigeon guys were in on the race.
Okay.
I got all the
Everybody
photos.
guys that goes watch guy, pigeon guy. That's the next step.
That's
the next step. The harder.
Do they know you in the pigeon world? They know you as Vinny?
A little bit. No, they know my grandfather really.
Oh,
because
he was better before you.
Right. You know why? Because he would like, for instance, I like fancy tails.
Okay.
The homing pigeons and the grizzles and the king pigeons, garbage bird.
Garbage bird.
Yeah, no, but you have a pair of them because when you have a bigger bird like that, you switch the eggs so the bigger bird feeds the bird, feeds them more. So when you switch the eggs,
Tricks of the trade. Wow. You're not gonna be able to hear that anywhere else.
Sometimes we used to throw a little
Playing God, Vinny.
Birds catch colds.
Yeah,
a lot of bird flu. There really isn't. Bird flu. I know bird flu all my life. You know? Anyway, this used to be the Puck building, a factory building. You know, ink, paper.
That's it. That's the clip. That's
Playing God by switching eggs. How dare you?
It's fucked up. Wow.
What a great. He does that a lot. He'll like say a clip, or he'll say some factoid, and you're like, what? And they'll just go, anyway.
Anyway. And which one of those guys is the director of that thing? Those three guys standing there? Are they just who are they?
Well, two of them are the hosts, Colin and Bo, and one of them is like another local frontman who's helping them around.
They're all in bands?
Yeah.
What bands?
Twitching Tongues, Harm's Way, and the other guy, I forget the name of the band. Hold on.
The dude in the middle sort of looked like Michael Phelps.
I was gonna say Eli Manning too.
Okay, I could see that. Ryan Reynolds a little bit.
Yeah. But how did they
take him out?
How did they not know what? Because I'm naming who they look like. That means I want to have sex with them.
Rob, do you want to rank them though in order of most fuckable to least?
No, that's not.
He has to deal with these people on a daily basis.
Dan Seeley, King 9. Well, Colin, I hosted Canitro with.
Oh.
One of the guys. Well, Bo as well. Bo would fill in for Colin when he was on tour. The guy you're talking about is Dan Seeley from the band King 9. He's from Queens, in fact.
Is 9 indicative of something specific?
King 9? I don't know.
The measurement?
How does Rob not get that? And we do.
Rob gets it. He just doesn't want to acknowledge that he gets it. He wants to be above getting it.
He doesn't get it because he gets it.
I don't get it.
Well, you get it. You get it. The guy's giving it to you. It doesn't mean you taking
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
He texts you pictures. That's all.
I get it up here. That's true.
What does that mean?
True.
Here?
It means I put some in here.
You perform.
Well, I put it in here.
Right. I was gonna say, what's this? You're missing the hole.
No.
Like a little kiss on the cheek for grandma.
Or a little smack.
That's so wholesome. That's wholesome. That's getting it ready, and you just
want that glizzy.
The third thing that glizzy.
That jizzy.
Oh.
Glizzy jizzy. Show title. Glizzy.
But I don't think they'll pass the censors. But absolutely check that out. Just YouTube hard lore Vinny Stigma, and it'll be up. It's definitely worth your time.
I was surprised that the hosts did not know of his past with pigeons. They seemed surprised.
Did they not research?
I guess.
Or maybe they're such good hosts that they wanted to play dumb so he could do the whole spiel.
That's probably right. Yeah, because they're very good hosts.
Yeah, no, they're good. I really
when are you doing the Brighton Beach episode with them, Rob?
Yeah, sure. Of all the Brighton Beach stuff. Yeah, that's going to be in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Also, in this documentary, he talks about how he hung out with Robin Williams a bunch. I guess Lars Frederick, not a bunch, one night. Large Fredericks, Lars
Frederickson. You know, they called him large back in the army. Large Hendrickson, is that who you're trying to say?
Fredrickson.
Who are we talking about? Is maybe
there's from Rancid?
Oh, okay.
I guess Lars.
Oh, large. Right. I'm sorry. I'm breaking your balls.
Lars.
Leave that to Large, Darren.
Right. You know what? I'm not telling this story now.
Do it. Come on.
No, I guess him and Robin Williams were each other's alcohol sponsors or AA sponsors.
Vinny or Lars?
Lars.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And Robin.
Wow.
And they were hanging out in New York, and I guess at CBGB's or something, and Vinny's apartment is right by CBGB's. And so he brought Robin up, and they all hung out. And I guess they all hung out for a whole night, and then they wrote a song together or they wrote a song while Robin was in the room, allegedly.
And now we know why he didn't make it.
Oh.
With a sponsor like Large Fredrickson.
But he didn't die of like alcohol stuff, though.
I mean, didn't help.
Yeah.
Where was Large? Was he on tour, on Warped Tour when Robin Williams needed him most? He couldn't answer his phone because he's hanging out with Billy Joe Armstrong at the tour bus, peeping on 15-year-old girls.
That's fair.
Fucked up.
Maybe they were both with Lance Henriksen.
Large.
Large
oh my
God.
Make one mistake and they don't let you.
It was so perfect.
If I have a child, I'm name them Large.
Oh.
This is my son Large. Or daughter. My daughter Large.
Large Marge.
It would be a pity if they turned out to be like, 4'11" or something.
It could be like when they call a big dude tiny.
Yeah. Stretch Cunningham.
So that's one Livecast meme. And another one, I logged into the Livecast Twitter account. And the top suggested tweet in the For You
oh boy
was a tweet from David D. Rainman.
Oh no.
Of Disturbed backing up Frankie Palmieri of Immure. I'm assuming for what he said in the Middle East based on the context of D. Rainman's tweet. And so I was, I messaged the group and it's like, what the hell is going on? And thankfully, we have Loudwire out there to cover this important news bulletin and provide context to me for this tweet that I saw. So I want to thank Chad at Loudwire.
Is that friend of yours? You met Chad?
I don't think I've ever met him in person. Oh, no, actually, we might have met one time in L.A., actually.
Oh, fancy.
At one of those VIP rooms. And that's my Jiminy Glick. One of those VIP rooms. And then we said hello to each other. And no, okay. Anyway.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
So the way it started was Frankie Palmieri, unprompted, tweeted out on Tuesday, July 2nd, I fuck with Disturbed. And the article adds, while adding the 100 emoji as well. So, and I guess then, because tweeting that he fucked with Disturbed, Palmieri then was drawing some critical response. One person suggested he should never receive another penny, David D. Rainman. The critical response, let me put it into context, is in regards to there was an insane photo circulating 2 weeks ago.
Was he eating a dog?
And the circulating, we need to explain that context too.
Oh my God.
The circulation was, I believe David D. Rainman himself posted a photo of him in Israel signing bombs that the Israeli army, the IDF, would then use. I'm sure he would say to bomb Hamas.
Who cares what you would say? Yeah.
But what the news shows is more than likely they're bombing innocent civilians.
Can I just say I hate when they do that? Like, it's Hamas. The people in Hamas don't say Hamas.
No, it's well.
You've met people in Hamas, Darren?
I've seen them on TV.
Well,
What
no.
channel is that?
See, what's so funny to me is that was just how, just the accent of that region for Israeli people, like how they say it with their accent.
Right.
And I think
Just
people started mocking it.
Hamas.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I don't think anybody in Palestine ever said that. Ever said it that way at all.
Hamas Epoch.
Exactly. So, obviously, Rainman got a lot of heat for that photo, and somebody was giving Frankie Palmieri heat for fucking with Disturbed after that photo.
Yeah, before this moment, Frankie, we thought you were one of the good ones. This is the line in the sand where
according
we
to some fans. So one fan tweeted, "Genocidal denial should have absolutely no place in the music scene." I would hope so.
Weird statement to
Right.
ever have to make.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
And the point being, like, have you met Frankie Palmieri? Like, I would not doubt for a second that he would be pro genocide.
But also,
I disagree with you. I'm the opposite. I don't think he would spend 2 seconds thinking about it one way or the other.
Yes.
He sell T-shirts that said "I fucked your girlfriend." Like, he's just a troll. Like, if he's getting pushback in the comments, he doesn't care what it's about. He's just going to come back at those people because he's a troll.
Rob, what I meant was, like, not that he'd have some kind of nuanced, thoughtful opinion about it. I'm just saying, like, if he heard that we were dropping bombs, he'd just be like, "Fuck yeah," he wouldn't. He'd have a dumb opinion about it, which is exactly what Sid said.
Well, his response to that was, "Genocide denial? You're mental." I love it. Thanks for caring about little old me, pal. Would you also like a ticket to Palestine? Just PM me your info. You can go for free. Oh, you can go free them or whatever. I'm eating sushi right now. Should I not? Is that making things worse? Just curious.
That's so garbled. What is he trying to say there? Like, oh, you're against babies being blown up? You probably have a problem with sushi too. Like something.
I think he's blowing off the idea that Frankie is denying genocide. Like, he's like, I'm not even denying genocide. I'm over here eating sushi. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
And he's like, and if you want to, but also the part about the ticket to Palestine kind of threw me off. Like, what are you saying there?
Well, he's saying if you care so much about this issue, maybe there's better ways you could spend your time than tweeting Frankie Palmieri about it. Which I actually agree with.
I agree. Yeah, I would agree with that statement.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole story is ridiculous. Like, so let's. Another commenter suggested that as an American, Palmieri, unclear if Palmieri or the commenter did have a dog in the race, with Palmieri then responding, "No, you see, here's the thing. I don't care. I'm invested in my own life. I'll focus on making sure that goes well. A war that's been waged since before I was born? Not interested. I have other shit going on. Hope they figure it out. Respectfully yours." Like that. Damn it, he's making me like him a little bit, even though he's an idiot.
I was saying the same thing.
The band heavy / hitter got involved, pointing out to the singer, "I mean, someone signing a bomb that's going to kill children definitely ain't someone I would fuck with. If you don't really care and like the music, that's you. But don't be surprised if people are upset. Lots of blood on IDF hands." Which, okay. The Amur vocalist responded, "People can feel however they want about David D. Rainman." No, he didn't say it that way. "I don't know him," says Frankie. "I know he's got one of the greatest voices to ever touch the heavy music genre. His political and ideological stances, not my business. I am not going to stop enjoying the music, so..." And stops.
Yeah, that's where he loses me, where he says he enjoys their music. That's where I draw. That's my red line.
Yeah, but look at the music he makes.
That's also true. I try not to. Does he still make music?
Yes.
Music in the form of beautiful, beautiful podcasts.
If only.
Is he still? He stopped doing that, right?
Sad.
He stopped, unfortunately.
Too bad.
David D. Rainman saw the tweets.
Oh, thank goodness.
And this is what I saw. He tweeted, "Appreciated, brother. For the record, I am not pro-genocide or anything of the sort. I am pro #peace and #coexistence between all people. Always have been, always will be." I want to just stop for 1 second here. Sorry, you cannot be signing bombs and then say you're pro-peace.
Yeah.
There is no world, even if your country has been bombed first, for you to then equate bombing somebody else with bringing peace.
Yeah.
Sorry, not how it works. Like, regardless, strip any context out of this.
Yeah.
This is an absolute truth.
But he would
regardless
say,
of who's right or wrong.
and I'm going to take up his dumb position, which I don't agree with, but he would respond to that and say, what about World War II when we dropped bombs on the Nazis? And that's brought peace because they were threatening peace. So when
show me all the pictures of the rock singers of that era. Show me Buddy Holly signing a fucking missile.
I don't disagree. He's an idiot.
That would be my answer.
It's that but the thing about it is that he's just using the trappings of that just to endorse. He's whatever Israel does, he will support it. It's backwards engineering.
Let me read a little more of his tweeting. He says, "I am pro peace and coexistence between all people. Always have and always will be. No one yearns for a lasting, real peace between."
How did they spell that in the copy?
No one yearns for a lasting, real peace between #Israelis and #Palestinians more than I. No one really.
This is like when Trump says no one loves black people more than I do.
Yeah. This is such an empty statement. However, that can't happen with a genocidal death cult. Parenthesis #Hamas close parenthesis. Who massacred, tortured, raped, and kidnapped innocents in charge of governing #Gaza. War is hell. It is tragic beyond description, but this war and all bloodshed associated with it is on Hamas's hands. The bomb that he signed is on Hamas's hands, he's saying.
They started it, he's saying.
The singer continued,
so
for both #Israel. Do you think it's just his phone autocorrects all these words with hashtags because of how often he uses it now? For both #Israelis and #Palestinians to have the chance at a real future of coexistence, the cancer known as #Hamas must be eradicated. If they would just #release the hostages,
oh my God, with the hashtags,
and surrender, this would all be over. What does that mean? Like, no one wouldn't? What? Okay, let's say they release the hostages, and then they, quote-unquote, surrender, which is like, what does that even mean? Like, the heads of Hamas surrender. Okay, sure. Let's go down this path. All right, fine. Then you're saying there's just going to be peace? They're going to let people live in Gaza?
Well, because Israel will install their own puppet government, and then, of course, it'll be peace because it'll be one group running everything.
Yeah, and also they were mowing down these people in their buildings before anything.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's so ridiculous. It's like the problem is only on one side here.
And also, so there's so many things wrong with this. We could do a 2-hour show just on that one sentence. But like, didn't Israel reject like 4 different peace deals and return of hostages in exchange for blah 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 blah? And they said no. They want to
because the exchanges were unreasonable. I'm sure that's the response. You know, like
that would be his response.
Yeah.
But also think about what they're saying. So we're blowing up children. We're blowing up hospitals with sick people inside and mowing down houses and like mosques and weddings. And we'll keep doing that until we get what we want. Isn't that terrorism? Like if the other side
here's how he closes.
There's a way to do it. There's a way to negotiate and get hostages back.
Does he close it with #girlboss?
to your point, Darren, here's the last sentence of the statement. It's an absolutely horrible situation, but as much as it pains us to do what we must to defend ourselves,
we
losing our own precious loved ones in the process. Like what? It pains you to sign this fucking bomb? You dipshit.
He's just lying. He's just lying about that.
Like, look, you could be pro-Israel. Like, I mean, you could be, but the moment you sign the bomb,
that's like a different step.
Yeah, that's
like extra.
Insane. That's extra. Yes, thank you. You're hip with the kid slang.
It's enthusiasm.
David D. Rainman is being so extra signing these bombs right now.
Doing too much.
No cap.
I can't even with David D. Rainman.
Doing the most.
I clutch the pearls.
Dropping those glizzies on those poor kids.
No, my God.
No.
There's no riz whatsoever.
Is there pork in them? That's even worse then.
Oh, that's true. Wasn't there a time when they were dipping the
didn't
bullets?
they do? Yeah, I was gonna say
liquid pork or something, liquefied pork.
Yes,
I remember this.
They like pork fat. Yeah, they were doing that shit. It's disgusting. The most ridiculously.
I don't know. It sounds delicious, actually. That's adding delicious to injury.
So I went to. I found myself, unfortunately. In Long Island.
Why would that
Or the
happen?
border of Queens and Long Island. I went to the UBS Arena, Belmont. It really is the border because where I parked was the Queens end, and all the buses had a queue, for Queens, queue number. And then I walked one block, and all the buses had N for Nassau. I was blown away by that. It was just the Cross Island Parkway separates them.
Well, you're for open borders, Rob, so you wouldn't understand the need to distinguish buses.
Yeah, exactly. They should be able to cross over. For the record, yes, I am for open borders. I think borders are completely arbitrary.
Well, then whose bus
Bullshit.
passes do we use? There's so much negotiating that would need to happen, Rob. It's just not practical.
All bus passes matter. That's all I'm saying. No, but I mentioned a few weeks ago when I went to Dillinger, beyond just talking about how tired I was the whole time.
Yes. This was for an AEW show that you were at UBS?
Yes, I went to an AEW pay-per-view, and this is on Long Island, which is not Manhattan. It's not Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn. This is like kind of out of the way, So you would think things would be a little cheaper. Wrong. A hard seltzer, a tall boy, a 20-ounce beer, or a hard seltzer, which is what I got, was $21.
Whew.
What in Long Island? Get the fuck out of here. I got a chicken fingers and fries as my meal because that's as classy as the food was going to get.
Mayo chup? Was there any mayo chup?
There was mayo and ketchup. I could have made
chup?
my own. I could have made my own mayo
Not
chup.
the same, Rob. I don't get the proportions right.
Yeah.
You're right. And that was $20, I believe, or $25. It had to be $20.
Good? I can't imagine it was good.
It was no different than the $8 chicken fingers and fries you would get 5 years ago. No, it was terrible. It was not worth $20. It wasn't. They weren't panko crusted chicken tenders. Okay, they were just some fucking bullshit chicken fingers. But the most obscene price gouging that I have seen is for the soda. They have figured out a new scam. Instead of charging you $5 for a soda, or maybe $7, they charge you $15, and they give you a commemorative cup, which is just
they
like
do this at like baseball games and shit all the time.
Yeah,
and it's free refills.
I know that.
Get the fuck out of here. Go fuck yourself. Whoever thought of this. You piece of shit motherfucker. Because, of course, who gets 5 sodas at a baseball game? Well, I guess some people do, but most people do not. You'll get one drink. Who the fuck needs a free refill on a 30-ounce drink? Like, how much are you drinking? You know what I mean?
El Dorito in the chat very wisely points out that this complaint is coming from a former soda and water salesman.
Exactly. I know what I'm talking
You're
about.
You're just mad because you didn't think of it first.
The portions I was selling were far more reasonable, and the markup was far less. The sodas were $1, the waters were $1.50. Sure, okay, maybe there was a 50% markup for the waters.
What would have been a Temple commemorative cup? What would have been our version of a commemorative cup? It's like a Dixie cup signed by the groundskeeper.
Yeah.
Elroy.
Just a plastic cup, but that looks like one of those Jewish chalices.
Ooh, very nice.
We're at a temple.
Just write a little Jewish star on it, Magen David.
We empty out the Manischewitz bottles and pour Capri Sun in there.
Yeah, and free refills on the Capri Sun.
Yeah.
At those prices.
Yeah.
You have to give Rob a kiss right here for a free refill.
Oh.
A kiss with a glizzy. Glizzy jizzy.
Oh, no. That's how Rob commemorates.
What's a commemorative cup look like from one of your grinder dates?
Oh, I don't think we can talk about that.
It's like an actual cup, like a jockstrap.
Yeah.
I've come in contact with plenty of jockstraps, but not too many cups.
That's a drop.
What's the purpose of wearing a jockstrap if this
Discipline, Darren?
What?
What's the purpose of a jockstrap if it's not holding a cup in place?
To show off your butt.
Oh, I'm not aware of these.
And cover your crotch up in public.
Well, you're in public and just a jockstrap?
Oh no, like go-go dancers will wear jockstraps and stuff. But also, in private as well, I've seen jockstrap, plenty of jockstraps.
So it's aesthetic. It's not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's fun for rimming.
Oh, why? It's just isn't it a big open space back there on a jockstrap?
That's why it's fun.
Well, it's like a nice framing of the ass. It's like a nice little. It's like a case for your iPhone.
I got you. It's a new world for me. So to me, when I wear,
it's like the male version of like a sexy lingerie.
Understood. I did not know that. I always thought of it as functional because I have to wear that when I wear a cup to not get hit in the balls with a softball.
Oh, so you're actively wearing jockstraps, Darren.
It depends on the league. Like there's certain leagues where I know they're gonna catch and honestly, I've been hit in the cup with a cup on and without and in the area without a cup on, and it hurts equally. The point is, it just pushes in on your junk if you have the cup on. The point of it is not to prevent pain, but to prevent major damage to your organs.
Yeah.
But it's not. It doesn't make it hurt any less at all.
I see.
God damn.
Do you wear bike brand jocks? What brand jockstrap do you wear?
Hanes.
Oh wow! I didn't know Hanes made a jockstrap.
I think honestly, I'm going off the top of my head.
Way to wear the straightest brand possible, Darren.
You know what? I'll look. Yeah, because it's like putting socks on to me.
I know.
Going to get rimmed by a guy somewhere.
You got to invest in some Calvin Klein or some Poppy.
Fuck you, by the way, because you just told a story about it. All this shit. I did not once shame you or make you feel bad about.
You didn't once shame me. Excuse me. You didn't once shame me. Can we rewind to Large Fredrickson? Can we rewind?
You said that. We were quoting you.
And also,
he said he wears a jockstrap.
And I'm wearing the thing for the intended purpose, and you're making fun of me. What fucking world are we living in?
How dare you? How dare you put an intent on what jockstraps are for? They're just as intended for gay sex as they are for sports. How dare you, Mr. Delgado?
Fine with that. I'm not judging you for appropriating any kind of clothing you like in any way. I'm just saying, don't make fun of me for putting a fucking cup in it to protect my balls.
Why was I making fun? What did I say that made fun?
You're so straight. You're wearing the straightest brand of jockstrap possible.
What we have here is
I'm not mocking.
It's team ball protection versus team ball torture.
No,
I'm on both teams.
This is
I'm
like
not mocking
Israel
the fact that
Gaza.
you're wearing a jockstrap. I'm not at all. I think it's cool that there's. Now, do you wear underwear on top of the jockstrap?
Yeah.
It's not just your ass touching your jeans or whatever.
No, the
right?
jockstrap has a thing. It's like I don't think we're talking about the same thing. It's just underwear and it's got a strap, and it's got a little like a pocket to put the cup inside.
Darren, do you have one that you could show us right now?
It's I don't know. I'd have to in the laundry.
Are you wearing it and you just don't want to tell us? You stood up right now, would it be just a jockstrap and nothing else on?
Yes. That's why. Why do you think I turn the camera off when I get up? No, I finished all my highly competitive softball where I would wear a cup, so it's in the.
Well, I guess we could just look up Hanes jockstrap on we have the internet here.
Sure. I'm not even 100% sure it's Hanes. I only have 2, and I bought them both like 9 million years ago.
The Tidy Jock 2.0.
I don't seem to see a Hanes brand
Fruit of the Loom,
here.
perhaps.
I see a Fruit of the Loom. Bike is the traditional sports brand, which is why I mentioned it, which in its own way has become a different kind of case. So okay, so here, like
I would just
here we go. Hanes. Yeah. There we go.
That's not the one that I have though.
Oh, okay.
It's got it's got a pocket. It's got a pocket to put the thing inside.
Is it these?
Yeah. It looks kind of like that one, the 4th one on the top, kind of like that, but it's a little. Not with it's like a little longer and wider. Like where the strap is, it comes straight down instead of going directly to your ass.
Mm-hmm. How does it? Well, all right, I'm done.
Rob got what he needed for the spank.
It's not that interesting.
Yeah, it's a door. I tried to load the jockstrap section at Walmart, and wouldn't you know it, there's a lot of gay underwear there.
I'm trying to look at my Amazon purchases to see what brand it is, but I'm not. I have to go away. I have to search. Let's just skip it. Who gives a shit? I'll let you know later.
We can do a follow-up next week with.
Oh, I see, Darren. This is probably more what you're wearing.
Well, it's not Ron Jeremy, is it? Yeah, that's.
Oh God damn, Rob!
With the pocket, right? The pocket.
Is that,
that's what you said, right? The pocket for the cup.
It's like a slingshot.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just goes on like the tip of your dick. Apparently.
Yeah, exactly. It's to show your dick cleavage.
Good grief.
Only $8.99 at Walmart.com. Whew.
But they put your name on a list if you purchase that at a Walmart.
Oh, brother.
Could you imagine going for in-store pickup for that at a Walmart?
I know. I think this one's only available online.
Oh,
they could deliver it to the store.
Do they do car side deliveries? You can tell the nice clerk to put it in your trunk.
No bag, please. No bag, no extra packaging.
You try it on for me, big boy. Wow.
We learned a lot here, folks. Last week, Sid and I went to a show, and they played this public service announcement about AIDS from 1987 that we thought would be a fun way to spend some time on the show. I want to play it.
Pass it along.
What show is playing this?
It was like a gay pride show.
A comedy show.
A comedy show.
At first, only gays and IV drug users were being killed by AIDS. But now we know every one of us could be devastated by it.
Rob, describe what's going on.
Over 50.
For our audio listeners, it's just a collection of what are presented as, ordinary people. Nothing completely standing out about them. And they're like lowered onto the stage. And then all of a sudden, like standing across from them is the Grim Reaper with a scythe and everything. And he picks up a oversized bowling ball and he rolls it towards the people. And it turns out that the people are standing in formation as bowling pins. And here the Grim Reaper is playing bowling with their lives. And the sound of the pins crashing is them falling over as the ball hits them.
50,000 men, women, and children now carry the AIDS virus. That in 3 years, nearly 2,000 of us will be dead.
Oh no, only the mom and baby are left. What's going to happen to them?
That if not stopped,
pick up the
it could kill more Australians than World War II.
Play that again. Play that again.
But AIDS can be Australians than could kill more Australians than World War II. That if not stopped, it could kill more Australians than World War II.
That baby does a 5-star frog splash.
But AIDS can be stopped, and you can help stop it. If you have sex, have just one safe partner, or always use condoms. Always.
Or always.
That's a packed bowling alley. It must be Friday night.
The 80s were a crazy time, Darren.
So did the death do like a fist pump, like when he hit the baby? Can you go back to that? Did I see that right? I really did. I did. He did, right?
It's possible.
When
That
he
was a
picked the
great shot
spear
for
up.
death.
Yeah.
I'd be excited too.
It's tough to pick that spear up.
That if not stopped, it could kill
Yeah,
more Australians
yeah,
than
like
World War II.
It was like a raised arm fist.
But AIDS can be stopped, and you.
Good Grim Reaper costuming too, I have to say.
And he had good form, very good bowling form. That's what's important. What a terrible idea! Like, why would this is supposed to be like a serious topic, and you're making it funny? It's undeniably funny. It's just the wrong tone.
Yeah, the baby spit. Like, how did they not see that as
It's fucking
funny?
wild, man. R.I.P. to all those we lost to the AIDS epidemic.
To the AIDS bowling.
Oh, let's not make a joke about
the bowlers. What? No, seriously. That's the R.I.P. I'm not being
okay.
ironic.
All the pins we lost in the AIDS epidemic.
All the empty bowling
And,
alleys that could have been filled with happy people.
Don't you hate when your AIDS ball gets stuck in the machine and then you have to call an attendant over?
And a big rest in piss to Ronald Reagan for delaying research into the virus.
So that PSA was Australian. Who was their Ronald Reagan? Who was stopping them?
You're right.
Fucking Crocodile Dundee?
Well, the U.S. drives the research for the world a lot of the time. So, like, the fact that we didn't do any hurt Australia, too.
Damn it.
But also, what do you think those bowling shoes smelled like in the
Oh.
Death bowling alley?
Death is an asshole. He probably shows up barefoot to the
Yeah.
bowling alley. Who's going to tell Death to put on shoes?
That's true. I'm just picturing of like this Grim Reaper goes over to the desk like, oh, these are, I need a 12. These are 11. These don't fit right.
Those fucking weird oversized bowling balls.
Ah.
Storage for that must be a nightmare. You know he's not bringing that from home. He's expecting them to have those for him.
There should have been a family of deaths like at the next alley or the lane over. And he's just like the father is like bowling underhand and like, I don't know how to do it. And he only knocks over like 2 people with AIDS.
Oh no.
The other one
That's
goes
like
to
the modern era of AIDS bowling.
Oh yeah, right. It's party bowling. Party AIDS bowling.
Probably not a good episode title.
No. Well, yes, it is, but it would never go over well.
Fucking woke mob ruining our episode titles.
See, 10 years ago, we
Yeah.
could have called the show Party AIDS Bowling, but not now.
Rude.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our Spotify picks. Every week, we each pick a song. We throw it on a playlist, the RIP Livecast Music Break. You can search for it on Spotify. Is nice. We like. We have 694 songs on there right now. Throw it on shuffle if need be. Lots of fun picks. My pick this week is the lovely and talented Portishead with Wandering Star from their debut album, Dummy. I was a very big Portishead fan in my 20s. Me too. And I don't know why, but I kind of stopped listening to them. Not that I dislike them or anything, just kind of forgot about them. And I was at this variety show that was half comics, half stripper, or not strippers, but like pole dancers.
Male or female?
Both, but mostly female. And this one dancer performed to the song that I picked, Wandering Star. And I was like, first of all, this is so sexy. And second of all, I love this song. It's been so long since I heard it, and it's been stuck in my head ever since. It's been like a month. And
Doesn't the Portishead singer have a new solo album out?
I just found out. Yeah, she just put out an album this year, so I'm going to check that out for sure. Beth Gibbons, bless her heart. That's right, Sid. Give her a round of applause. Thank you.
That was not a self high five. That was me trying to kill a fly and failing.
Sid, what was your pick?
Our pal Lonnie turned me on to this new band called Thick. They are a couple of ladies from Brooklyn. They're signed to Epitaph Records now, so you could probably just from that figure out what they sound like. It's punky, it's post-punky, just good, throwbacky kind of sound. I very much like the song. The song's called Mother, and that's what I picked. And our longtime listener Jander actually has a pick as well this week, so allow me to read what he sent along with his pick. It's the band SSQ, and the song is Tonight We'll Make Love Until We Die. In celebration of 40 years since the greatest zombie apocalypse of all time unfolded in the horror punk classic Return of the Living Dead, and to Scream Queen Linnea Quigley, iconic Cemetery Striptease. That's the dedication for that song. Durinsky, what's your pick?
I did not know about that title card what day of the year it was. That was kind of cool. Sorry. My pick is Heart Attack Man by the Beastie Boys.
Nice.
And nobody had a heart attack in the news or anything. It's just a song that I like about a 275-pound man playing basketball in the park and forcing himself on top of girls. And it's not pro that. It's making fun of him.
It's just a commentary. It's an observation.
No, it's negative. It's why you force yourself on top of that girl, etc. That's like one of the lyrics.
He's just playing defense. That's all. Man to man, tight.
So that's my pick. One of the punk or hardcore punkish songs of the Beastie Boys from the 90s.
Great stuff.
And of course, if you'd like to show your support, we obviously do the show for free, but would love any tips, any extra change you got lying around in the form of supporting us on Patreon. Patreon.com/RIPLivecast. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. We would appreciate it. And if you support us for $5 a month or more, guess what? You get 2 bonus episodes every friggin' month and access to our bonus episode archive. 5 years of bonus episodes. I'm talking watch-alongs. I'm talking listen-alongs. I'm talking episodes where we do a full episode just like this one, but with way more sexy links. Stuff that we
all
can't
jock
really
straps.
All jock straps. Stuff we can't talk about on the YouTube show because we'll get pulled. So we talk about it on there and other stuff that we never got to on the show. And tons of fun types of episodes that are different from the type of stuff we do on the main show and similar in some ways. Go to patreon.com/RIPLivecast, and $10 a month, you become a top Livecast fan of the week. You get a shout out at the end of the show, which is right now.
Turn it to Tom Brokaw. What was that?
Shout out.
Embassy News. A shout out.
And how are we doing the shout outs?
Each one of these people, you're going to tell us what kind of jock strap they wear.
Okay, Eric, you're wearing the traditional brand bike jockstrap, the traditional sports brand. Benjamin, you went to like a TJ Maxx or a Marshalls. You got some of those 3-packs of a Poppy jockstrap. Dan R, you like a little showmanship, so you got yourself an Andrew Christian jockstrap. Shasur Sasusits, you want people to know what you're all about, so you have pump jockstraps.
Oh no.
Land O'Danks, you're also at the Marshalls TJ Maxx, but Poppy isn't your style. You're more of a to exist kind of person. LaCroix, you're going with the Nasty Pig jockstrap.
What?
Another one.
That's a thing?
These are all real brands. Corey and Scotty H, traditional Fruit of the Loom.
Okay.
Aaron, let's see. You're gonna go with What's that one brand? Marco. They're a little more wild, fluorescent colors. I think you'd like it. Douglas, who are you, Levison? More of a traditionalist. I would have said the bike brand, but I've already used that. So maybe you're gonna go with you're gonna go with the Calvin Kleins. You're a man of high taste. The Calvin Klein jockstrap. Jander, you're just doing the low end. You go into the sex shop, go into the discount bin, pick out the first jockstrap you saw. That's the one you're wearing. And Randy Blad, because you're Russian. I don't know any Russian jockstrap brands, unfortunately.
Stolichnaya.
Stolichnaya.
Where the cup goes, brand. You put the vodka bottle in there.
I like that. All right, there we go. That's the show, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Until then, we love you. We kiss you. Bye-bye.